welcome back to Nanny's Kitchen. So what are we going to be making today, Mum?
Atayef.
Okay, so we're making Egyptian Atayef. It's different to the usual Atayef you've probably seen. Egyptian Atayef is actually fried. So we've got 3 parts to this recipe. We start with the simple syrup, and then we have our fillings. We're going to be making 2 fillings today, the cream filling and a nut filling. And we're going to do the Atayef Cases. Okay, so let's get started with the ingredients.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so the ingredients for the simple syrup. Do you want to go through the ingredients?
Yes, sugar, water, and vanilla sugar and lemon.
Okay. Okay, so we have the ingredients for the nut filling. What do we have?
Nuts and cinnamon, sultanas, coconut, and white sugar.
What kind of nuts are these?
Roasted
peanuts?
Roasted.
So we got some roasted peanuts. You can put whatever nuts you want, like almonds, macadamia nuts, but we really like the taste of the roasted peanuts. Okay, so for the cream filling, what ingredients do we have?
Milk and cornflour and thickened cream.
Okay, so lastly we have the ingredients for the casing of the Atayef. So what do we have?
Self-raising flours.
Yep.
Semolina.
Yep.
And baking powder.
Yep.
Sugar, white sugar, and water.
Okay guys, that's all the ingredients that we need. Please keep watching. Thank you.
We are now making the syrup for the Atayef. We start by adding the water and sugar to a saucepan and mix. We then place the saucepan over medium heat and stir for about 30 seconds. We then add our lemon juice and vanilla sugar and mix that in. We let the syrup come to a boil, and we want to let that boil until it reaches a thicker consistency, around 1 to 2 minutes. As the syrup boils, you'll notice that it thickens and will become more transparent, and meaning the sugar has dissolved. We can test the consistency of the syrup along the saucepan by letting it drizzle down the side of the pan. Once it has thickened, it should run down the pan in a continuous stream, which means it has reached the right consistency. We need to let that syrup cool on the side before we dip the Atayef into it. We are going to move on to making the cream filling. If you're not going to be making the cream filling, you can move on to the next step. To make the cream filling, we pour the milk into a saucepan, and to that we add the corn flour and thickened cream. We then give them a quick mix before we put them over medium heat to thicken. Once we put it on the stove, we need to mix frequently while it thickens so it doesn't get clumpy. As it thickens, you will see it start to bubble around the sides and then start to pull away from the pan. Keep stirring until you reach the right consistency. Allow that to cool slightly before using. To make the nut filling, we add the peanuts, sugar, coconut, sultanas and cinnamon to a bowl. We then mix together and set aside. Now to make the Atayef mixture, we add the water, self-raising flour, semolina, sugar and baking powder to a blender. We blend that until it's all mixed together well and has no lumps. You can now transfer it to a bowl. Moving on now to cooking the Atayef, we scoop some of the Atayef mixture, about a 1/4 cup, and pour it onto our crepe maker. You can use a regular saucepan for this, we just use our crepe maker. So we want small circle shapes for each Atayef. And we let that cook over low to medium heat until the top forms bubbles and then it dries out, so it's no longer sticky to the touch. Once it has dried out, we can now remove the Atayef cases and place them on a plate to cool. Make sure you do not stack on top of each other straight after you take them off. You just need to put them side by side until they have rested for a bit, and then you can stack them on top of each other. To fill the Atayef, we want to take a spoonful of the filling, nuts or cream, and place in the middle of the Atayef case. Without overfilling it, make sure you leave spaces around the edges. We then fold it onto itself and pinch the edges together to close off. You want to make sure you apply a good amount of pressure when pinching it to make sure that it closes well and does not reopen. Once all the cases are filled, we can now move on to frying the Atayef. We just fill a saucepan with oil and bring to temperature. We then add the Atayef to the hot oil one at a time and let them fry until they reach a nice golden brown color. You want to flip them over in the pan so that they can fry evenly on both sides and get that color. When they have turned a nice golden brown, we remove the Atayef one at a time, shaking a little to remove any of that excess oil and immediately placing them into the cool syrup. The syrup must be cool. Turn them over in the syrup and make sure that each one is evenly coated. Take one at a time and remove excess syrup before placing into a metal sieve to strain. You can now plate them and sprinkle with some ground pistachios, which is completely optional. Yummy! Enjoy!
Okay guys, so we finished the Atayef and we've got the nuts Atayef in one plate and the cream Atayef in one plate. We've invited my German friend to try our food today and let us know what she thinks. Do you want to come in? This is Katie, everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi. Okay, let's all try Atayef this time. Which one do you want, the nuts or the cream?
Let's go with cream.
Cream? Awesome. Yeah, you can grab it so it's quite sticky.
Oh my god. They're still warm.
Yep. Which one do you want?
Cream.
Oh my god, it's so yum.
Is it good?
Mm.
Yum. I actually prefer nuts. I'm going to go for the nuts. And that is how you eat it. Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Excuse my eating mouth right now. Let us know what you think when you actually try our recipe. Like, leave us some comments and tell us what you want to see from us next. So yeah, thanks so much for watching guys. Take care. Bye.